And they should be able to clear the tombstone out as well. And off the back of that, they may even try and look for a low hard dance. The cast going forward, KP with the lance as well. He's going in for this one. He's got to be careful. I mean, a low hard dance is out of mana. He could just afford to do this. The ring around the rosy is going to pay off here. They won't be able to get him. And anti-mage at the same time killing. Spirit Breaker, Resolution moving in onto QO. QO looking for the jukes. Is he going to find it? Brain Sap from Always Wanna Fly finds the kill there. So kills happening on both sides of the map here.
This is so important for Resolution. He's finally having something going his way here. Unfortunately, he doesn't get either of the kills, but at least is involved in some sort of success story here for Empire in that bottom lane. And what I was getting at, so first of all, Lina is winning the matchup against TA because of the help. And secondly, she's good against AM. She'll be getting the Aghanims upgrade, which it puts so much pressure on AM to either change his itemization or to just play differently. When you know 1,000 damage nuke can come your way at any time past 30 minutes.
They want to go for this.
Can't really play the same way.
There's a charge onto Resolution from March. They're going to go straight through for this one. QO's on the low ground. He's got to make his way around, but with the Nether Strike, they don't need the Lina. Febby there, finishing him off there with a Shuriken. And no reaction coming out in time there from the side of Empire. MVP able to get themselves back over to their half of the map. QO just continuing to apply the pressure onto the mid-tier 1.
Hearing another charge.
Oh, he gets the light strike here on the mid lane with the Laguna as well. Oh, the snowball dodging the Shuriken with the car. Oh, it's the Dragon Slave from QO that ends up finishing him off. So as nice as the snowball dodge was, doesn't end up saving his life.
He needed to dodge the Laguna Blade with that snowball. That would have been sick. It is possible. What is it? It's a quarter of a second window, I think, before the damage is dealt.
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah, 0.25.
So, it was possible, but very difficult play there.
Charge onto the side. He's looking for a bash. He's not quite been able to find one there. Takes a big lane again. Resolution. Caught up by the stun from QA. Luxie's there as well, hanging about. How's the Death Ward available here on the Witch Doctor? Yeah, we're actually going to see Febby TP in as well to help him out. Yeah, the ball being switched over QO, getting himself a bit of regen from that one. Resolution will be able to find himself an Invis rune here at the top, so we'll see if he's able to do anything with that, but still just sitting on the treads on this tier. KP applying the pressure on the top, and the hard knot's being kept held back by the Spirit Lancers.
But Silent is pulling really far ahead now. I feel like it was 2 minutes ago I said he was 10 CS ahead of the PL, now he's 25, so taking good advantage of being able to rotate between the lane and the jungle here, just doing the Ogre camp and moving back over it. I think absolutely no loss here. He didn't lose a single lane creep on the way.
They're going to go for Febby here. Moving in onto him. They'll find the snowball. They've got the dust as well. Febby, he needs backup and March. He's going to provide it. They're going in for Resolution. Nether Strike as well. Bashing up Resolution. QO moving in. Will find the Light Strike Array. Now with the Paralyzing Cast. Now the Death Ward onto Yoku. Resolution, but he has managed to drop down the tombstone. It doesn't matter though because it's a double kill for QO. The team will be able to disperse off the tombstone as well. And again, we saw what QO could do on the TA, and he's showing he can do a similar performance here on the Lina so far. A lot of gold there going towards Lina, and they've of course got this track available for the bounty, so they're going to start benefiting from that in the fights as well now.
MVP are just outnumbering them right now in these fights, because Silent can't really contribute much. And Ben, I feel like Ben said it half jokingly, half seriously, I think, when he said during the draft, you can't pick AM in this game because there's going to be so much early fighting that you don't have time. And, well, that statement, whether or not it was 100% serious from him, is holding true for now. Empire is put under a lot of pressure, and Silent can't really help. There's the only really good Mana Void target, as I talked about earlier, when you pick anti-mage's early game contribution to team fights, it's generally Mana Voiding a key target. The only one who's really valuable to land it on is
Silent blinking and aggressive there. March can find some bashes here. He's going to be a lot of trouble. Shuriken coming out from Febby. They're going to try and chase this. He needs a bash March. Oh, he doesn't get it. Silent is able to blink himself out into the tree line, healed up by Yoku's Soul Rip. And they will be okay, but Q's come down here as well. He's got a Laguna Blade. If he can find anyone, if he can find Silent, the bounces from the Shuriken doing a lot to slow down Empire, and a Febby moving in. There's going to be the charge from March as well. Yoku drops the tombstone, but they're just going to fight on the other side, and they're moving straight in. The dodge is there, but now with the Death Ward thrown down from Nuts, it's too much. He finds one. March, he gets the second double kill for the Spirit Breaker. 3 heroes falling on the side of Empire. And MVP.
It didn't even matter.
It was flashy.
Style points.
Indeed, go to the Tusk.
But the only points they get on the scoreboard for that fight, though.
10-3 now. Again, MVP having a great game too so far. Just 13 minutes in.
Man, they are destroying a team that has Undying pre 15 minutes. Like they're just running through the tombstone. They don't even care. They're just running them down, killing them off. Empire can't really seem to find their footing in these fights. They just keep trying to dodge them and end up losing heroes. Of course, there were 3 track kills there, I think, for Febby, so he got a lot of money. He almost has the mech now, 13 minutes in, including Arcane Boots on Bounty Hunter. Of course, Bounty himself benefits more from track than everyone else when you find those kills. Often underestimated. I mean, we talk about track kills and how much it benefits the winning team, but Bounty Hunter gets 200 extra gold per track kill, whereas the team gets 50 apiece.
Top lane, Febby. Scouting out Silent and Always Want to Fly here. They do have March further up the lane. If they wanted to try and go for something, if they can find Always Want to Fly here, they might just try and charge. There is backup coming from the side of Empire that we're seeing. Both the Tusk and Dying coming in.
Actually saw him, but didn't go for the play. Instead, he just gets tracked and Silent again with another aggressive blink.
He's got back
careful with this.
Just have people in the neighborhood, but now with Nuts and March coming in, and March finds the charge, which he will. Silent! He's as you said.
What was he thinking?
Not the play there from Silent.
Bounty Hunter just tracked the Bane. So he knows Bounty Hunter's in the neighborhood. I think did he not know the Spirit Breaker was there, or regardless?
It's just that he TP'd in the SP.
He blinked aggressively up to the tier 1 tower, knowing there's a Bounty Hunter in the neighborhood, not knowing where the other heroes are. And this is something Silent can't afford to make these mistakes, because there's so much weight on his shoulders in this game, because his team has just been killed off so much. That was his first death of the game. The anti-mage mistakes just hurt twice as hard right now, as he is desperately needed to get his Battle Fury. Maybe he got greedy. He almost had it. Perhaps he was. I just need 2 more picks for the Battle Fury, and then.
Absolutely.
Oh boy, that was not the play right there for Silent. Unfortunate. A little bit of greed getting to him there.
I mean, off the back of that, yeah, Febby with the completed mech recipe on the curry and on its way. It's looking very good here for Phoenix. We saw an impressive performance there from them in Game 1 and Game 2. It's more of the same. Yours done from QO. He's going to try and set us up on the Undyne, but the TP reactions are there. MVP needs to be careful. Phoenix grip straight up onto Febby. They've had enough of this Bounty Hunter and his dirty, dirty track god. They take him down. March coming in with the charge. They're trying to turn this, but Always Want to Fly with the Nightmare's going to be fine. Empire, they might be able to take this fight. Looking for March here. They should be able to fight him. He's incredibly tanky. Could they kill him? They will finally take him down with the Death Ward from the low ground. They'll cask as well. They'll get the Bane in return. And Resolution, he's standing at the ward. The Snowball coming out, able to turn it. Now Silent blinking forward. They might be. Oh, the Mana Void is a double kill for Silent. KP the only one to live here, and they're looking for him as well. And pop the charges, has the mana hit the double ganger, and will be able to get himself out. But Empire coming back into that fight very, very nicely and managing to get themselves a fair few kills onto the board.
This is the exact chain of events that Empire need to win a fight. They need to get a Tombstone that MVP charge into with bad position. They need to get the opener on the Bounty Hunter, and they finally get a good Mana Void from Silent, who joins the fight after respawning and gets it onto the Lina, killing the Witch Doctor as well as her immediately. They're getting 2 kills, Battle Fury. All of a sudden, you know, this is all it takes. MVP had a big lead here of almost. They were closing in at 10,000 actually, really early. Empire can very quickly pull it back now with the AM, and MVP needs to be careful not to get over.
Count deep, they're going here onto Yoku. They're going to send the charge as well. Yoku's going to get blown up. First death in. Now with the Nether Strike. He wants to look for more here. March! He's going straight in onto Always Want to Fly, but now with the TP in from a low down to Snowball. Moving in onto the Spirit Breaker. They should be able to find a Warrior's Punch, bringing him alive, but he's walking out. The Voodoo Restoration from Nuts. The Doctor is in. 2 heroes down, and Empire charge onto a low touch with a track gold as well. It's a double kill for QO, and Empire don't have an answer to that one.
Nuts is incredible on Witch Doctor. I feel like when this guy gets Witch Doctor in these games we've seen so far from MVP at the main event, he has been absolutely standout. This is phenomenal performances. His Death Wards all game, his casks are great. Voodoo Restoration making a big difference in this fight as well. They're looking like they didn't even fight. Like, all of your heroes have full health again because of Urn and Voodoo Restoration, and they just took 3 kills with Track. They took a tower. They could look for Roche, or maybe even try to find Silent, who is still a very fragile target. Spirit Breaker and Bounty Hunter, 2 good heroes to have against AM. Find him in the jungle, charge him out, and knock him down. Let's see if they can do it.
And I want to say
good aggressive vision here.
17.5 minutes in, the Nuts Witch Dogs, he's got the point booster, he's got the Ogre Club now as well, 400 gold on top. Was it Nuts the other day that we were talking about and he got the 24-minute Aghanim's? Was that the Nuts Witch Dogs?
Yes,
it was.
I think so.
He might even beat that this game, that 24-minute time. It's a pretty insane rate that he's finding the gold.
Most likely, he just needs like a GPM of 170 or something in the next, maybe a little bit more, 200.
Should be able to.
Very doable. He could just jungle a little bit here, but I don't think that's the... Well, he does have 37 CS, so I guess he's been doing a little bit of jungling so far in this game.
Mid lane, Aloha Dance is smoked up here. Along with Resolution, they're trying to bait something with Silent. And maybe MVP will react. Febby moving towards the mid lane. In fact, the entire team of Empire behind Silent is a big bait. The question is, does Phoenix fall for it? March is going to be charging in here. Silent blinking back. Is March going to continue? No. He senses something's up. He's going to hold back for this one.
We found March's limit on charge. It seems like he's scared of nothing when he goes in, but that was too much.
Track's being thrown out of the smoke. Has now wasted. So Empire doing what they're doing. It's actually a charge here into the jungle, going straight in for Silent. He's going to need a few bashes here. Where's your bashes? Oh, not really seeing the bashes coming out from March today.
They're still shutting him down. Like this kind of play is easily worth it. You put a lot of pressure on the opponent. You start getting like paranoid when you're in your jungle. Oh, Spirit Breaker charging me. Can I go for this creep camp or not? March he's showing Silent that they're looking for him, and
try for
also gets a part of the creep camp. So.
And they should be able to get this as well. I don't know if Empire can do anything about this. They are starting to move towards the pit. It's not the quickest Roche, but
they're going to be too late.
I think it's going to be quick enough.
Yeah. Medallion is a good item.
If Empire can jump in now. Low on downside, Shaz going in, but the charge out from March. They're trying to start Tombstone. It is on the high ground. Therefore, though, look at it go nuts. The Mana Void there to cancel it. And they've already found one. QO now on a killing spree. March with the bashes. Low on dance moving in onto QO. QO looking for Silent, but Silent, he's going to be able to get himself out. Oh, they've lost the bait. Now the charge from March onto Yoku. Now the spree loss of the Resolution. The illusions. Well, they keep them. The meld is there. KP's trying to find it, but they haven't got detection. KP going back for a low hard dance. Resolution, he's got a triple kill on Yoku because of the Tombstone. And this is enough to go crazy. They go for the illusion. It's an ultra kill. Yoku's Tombstone. He gets it down at the start of the fight, and that in itself pretty much wins it for them. March trying to turn this around. There's buybacks coming out from the side of MVP here. Silent was able to pick up the Aegis and finish off Roshan. No, they get the Spirit Breaker. Empire, they're hitting back hard here. 13 for 17, and Yoku just TPs out. What a Tombstone. What an Undying.
I actually think MVP could have finished the Roche. They got scared and started moving out. They did have the vision seeing the rotation in from Empire, but they started second-guessing their Roshan call, and one of the heroes started moving out. They got Roshan down to like 10%, and then they all started moving out, being scared of the rotation in from Empire. But ultimately, what they did was that they had Roshan in their back hitting them. They took a fight that would have been pretty much the same, I feel, inside the pit, if not, maybe not even better for them inside there. And a big win for Empire.
Massive win.
Plenty of kills. Roshan, Aegis on Silent. And Undying is getting a lot of items from this, of course. He got the ultra kill. The goal is back to almost even.
Yeah. I mean, the buybacks, 2 buybacks coming out from MVP there as well at the end of it. And they didn't achieve anything. So much being thrown the way of Empire.
MVP is just playing with so much confidence that sometimes it's too much for them. It's kind of reminding me of the old Na'Vi that just didn't care. Like, would just always constantly go for fights, even if they were behind, even if they didn't look too good, and just rely on outskilling their opponents.
And there's a charge coming through here, looking for Resolution. March on his own for the time being, has got the Nether Strike available, trying to buy time for the rest of the team to move in. Leader's trying to get in range for the Yules, but Resolution just a little bit too speedy. And March unable to. Is he going to continue for this one? There isn't a tier 2. He's not going to do it. It's a little bit too spooked. Question is, can they turn it around? No, March is just going to charge himself away. And the rest of MVP Phoenix head back to their side of the base.
They found Febby at the same time in the Radiant jungle. Good sentry ward placed here from the Radiant side, and they get off the Fiend's Grip. Take him down with Bane, as well as I believe the Tusk was there.
They want to fight here, smoking up. They're trying to do what Empire did earlier. They're baiting here with their core. A KP is on his own in the mid. Is he going to be able to try and make Empire jump? The rest of his team, MVP, are looking for the wraparound here. Move jungle.